Hello YouTube, Robin Hood Bricks here, and it's Brick Call O'Clock. With 5, yes, believe it or not, 5 packages from subscribers all around the world. Fantastic! Let's get going. Well, I had thought that the mailbag might be slightly more empty over the summer months, but it seems that you've been as active as ever, so that is great to see. And if you want to send something to the channel, you can, to the usual PO Box address. Make sure if it's coming from abroad to mark it under $30, and then it will fly through customs with no issue whatsoever. And if you do have a tracking number, you can always email it to me to make sure it goes through. So the first one doesn't have a name on it, and I'm still trying to get this open. Do I slice down there? Ooh. I'm just wondering if it's pull out or fold out. Oh, it looks like it's pull out. There we go. I don't have to completely undo absolutely everything. Right, toss the box. And here is the letter. Oh, it's from the gang. Dear Robin, hello again, and I hope you're well after your summer break. Our family is closing in on the end of building works that will allow the loft to become a functioning Lego space for our theme park. Oh my goodness, that's amazing news. We're always after more space, all of us. He continues, so interest and excitement in the team is growing. Teddy7 is rapidly building his collection of Jurassic Park sets. Very nice. As that area of the park is very much his. He's trying to work out how to get some movement and motorization, and we will keep you informed. Oh, right, of the actual dinosaurs themselves. That is quite a tricky thing to do, I reckon. They haven't really got many connection points, have they? Our littlest Lego team member is Georgie5, and she found on the Pick-a-Brick wall lots and lots of slide pieces in yellow. She wants to set up a giant water area. Oh, that sort of slide, I see, like a twirly slide. She wants to set up a giant water area of the theme park with tanks full of sea creatures. That sounds absolutely great. This is what led to the letter. You may recall in our last letter, we accessed a shark from the USA, which we sent you. Yes, gratefully received. We had travels in Europe in the summer and managed to source a figure. But once we were buying one, 2 was very good value. So they wanted me to get 1 for your cabinet. Please find this new creature included, and we hope you enjoy it. Thanks again for your amazing videos. Morris, Harry13, Toby12, Teddy7, and Georgie5. Wow. I can't wait. What? It is? Oh, wow! Oh, right. You guys are now top of my Christmas card list. That is brilliant. I was literally thinking about this morning. So this is the smiling killer whale from one of the brand new, it's an Arctic explorer ship, isn't it? So it's kind of, undersea exploration as well as Arctic. They kind of combine the two this time. But it's that absolutely massive ship. Let me see if I can get the number. It's 6037... 8, 9, 80? I don't know. It's up there. Haven't got all the new numbers completely right in my head. But I was never going to buy that set, even though I really wanted this guy, because, well, it's just huge and would fill the entire top level of my cabinet. But, wow, this is brand new and very, very awesome. This has saved me a significant purchase. I can't believe that this is really here. It's very well made now, isn't it? They're getting so good at all these 2-coloured mouldings. So you've obviously got the printed top section bound with the white bottom section. And that is quite addictive, I must say. So he needs to be eating some fish, not humans. They only do that in captivity, which I always think is a bit of a shame, even though they are majestic creatures to watch. And the lovely characteristic white sort of marking over the eye. So yeah, this is absolutely lovely. So this can go in my deep sea cabinet. No problem with that, gang. That will definitely go in. I can see why you wanted one for your setup. And wow, I can cross that off my list before I've even really started looking for it, because I haven't really hit Bricklink yet. So I presume you got it from Bricklink. So one of them must have been one of the first people to have it for sale. But anyway, that is very awesome indeed. Thank you so much, guys, for that. That's definitely going to be in pride of place. I've said that about a few things, but this really will. Maybe it'll be having a battle with the Sharkinator or something. Who knows? I just love that mouth. It's a pity you can't have it sort of half open. It's either shut or open. Very nice indeed. Oh, wow. Thanks so much for that. Let's get rid of that packaging and move on. Keep the letter to one side. Right, what should we go for next? I'm going to open this one. just because it's quite easy to open. I've just noticed that the really big square one is absolutely caked in sellotape. So this one is from Jason in Fairport, New York, which I believe is upstate New York, up Buffalo Way, where it's a lot colder. We've got very little in here, but I haven't seen what they are, except we've got a little note. Hi, Robin. Hope you had a good time away and the creative juices are flowing. Smiley face. Jay. And, we've got more wonderful tiles for my gang, which are absent at the moment. And that's because I'm going to be doing, probably next time actually, a nice new display for this area, because it's just been a higgledy-piggledy of all my minifigures for quite a while. So this might be incredibly well timed. So we've got an archery contest one. Now that will go better near my castle in Brick Nottingham, actually, because that has the target set up and a bow and sort of actors, as I've got it in the city, dressed up in forest gear. So that'd be really good next to that. What else have we got? Another one of the wanted signs. So I can have one of those in the city as well now, because I was having little John holding the one in the gang. Very nice indeed. A third one. Well, we can have one over the other half of the city then. Have them all over the place, because I am wanted. A reward of £1,000. Doesn't really say what's going to happen to me, does it? Doesn't say dead or alive, at least. So that's good news for me. And then we've got a white one, which is, missing alien. If found, return to Area 51. Well, I'm sure I'll be able to use that and maybe have an alien looking at it. That'd be quite good fun. That looks like the series alien that I've got, but not in use. So, yeah, I think I'll be able to use that in the city as well. So I don't usually go for third-party parts and things, really, because part of the reason is if I started spending money on loads of, branded sort of Brick-a-Cola cans or something like that, then I'd end up spending an absolute fortune. And I'd rather have big builds like the new Ninjago City, for example, that I got for a new area and so on, rather than spending it on printed tiles. Because, I mean, where would it all end? I'd just spend far too much money. But getting some very tailored ones that are specific to me and my city, especially these reward signs, they're absolutely cool. They're gratefully received, so that is really good. Really nice indeed. Thank you very much again for those, Jay. I guess more were in order after the good receipt that the last ones had. So thank you very much indeed. Now we've got a package from Wolfgang in Neuss, which is near Dusseldorf. I hope I pronounced Neuss right. It's a bit hard to say that in English with that spelling. It would be Neuse in English if I pronounced it in a British way. But here we go. Oh, let's get into this. It's definitely packed and stacked. We've got a letter. We've got a bag. And we've got another bag. And bits are falling out of it. And I like the look of what's falling out of it. There's one more piece loose in there. Tiny hook for a hand. Wow. I think I'm going to like this one, Wolfgang. Right, let's get to the letter. Dear Mr. Hood, sir. Hope all is well with you and Mrs. Hood. Best regards, by the way. Enclosed the 2 minifigures of Boy Scouts of America, BSA, to join the group squad visiting Brick Nottingham. Yes, they're going to be my do-gooder Boy Scouts that are going to be saving the day and arresting villains, because everyone knows that the super secret police aren't particularly effective. So that'll be really good. Also, please find an unidentified flying object from Lego set 76947 of the Jurassic World Dominion, as well as some odd bits and pieces for your 20,000 bricks under the sea cabinet, and for Robin's Merry Bunch and or Nottingham Castle. Furthermore, a pack of Batman collectible cards are also included. I enjoy watching your videos on YouTube very much. Fondest regards, Wolf. Or Wolf, it's probably. An anonymous AFOL. Yes. Brilliant. Okay, well, thanks very much for that, Wolf. Let's get to opening all of this. So shall I start with a clear one? Oh, wow. That is a big beastie. So I know the set this is from. I don't know the name of it to say it, because it's basically the name of this guy, but it's the one with the sort of sand blue. How's that fit on there? The sand blue plane. It's supposed to go on there, isn't it? Got that the right way up. Yep. Oh, does it just snap on? That doesn't feel right at all. And then that. Oh, that doesn't either. Oh, there we go. I'm just got to get the wing past the last bit. There we go. Whoa, look at the size of that. Am I supposed to use that in my city? I don't know. I mean, wow, it's like the biggest, most aggressive seagull that the world ever made, isn't it? Wow. Imagine him trying to steal your chips. I mean, he could be flying above the city. It's a bit of an odd sight, I must say. So, yeah, that is the Jurassic World set that's got the large plane in it with the really interesting stickers on the side with sort of the two engines that come off. I think they're pecked off in mid-flight by this guy. I haven't actually seen the movie, but yeah, he's got very beautiful wings, isn't he? So yeah, where could he go? Yeah, they sort of hinge up as well, yeah, and tilt down like that. He could almost be part of the prehistoric gang. I've got a mammoth that I'm going to be making a sort of howdah on the back of that they can ride and so on. So maybe there's some more on here, kind of Flintstones style. I don't know. Golly, he's very big though, isn't he? Very big indeed. Does he look good from underneath? Could always flip the wings upside down since they look roughly symmetrical and have the pattern side on the underside, because if I'm attaching it to the ceiling, this is more the view that you'll probably see. So yeah, ideas for this, everyone. But he's very nice, isn't he? And that snap. Ooh, that sounds painful. He's got little grippy bits on his back legs. So he could be, I don't know, holding some prey that he's managed to grab. Maybe it's a human. Doesn't bear thinking about, does it? So anyway, yeah, another massive beastie. That one for the cabinet, this one for above the city, presumably. I mean, he could go above the castle scene, but that would really start getting quite wacky. Or Ninjago? No, not really. So I think above the city. I just can't get over how big it is. It's huge. Right, then the random parts. So a few bits have popped out already. And these are the little sort of wings that go on the side of castle helmets. They sort of fell out. And a hook hand. I was actually looking for one of those the other day because I thought that one of my divers should probably have a hook hand because of an incident in the past. Let's go into the rest of this. So we've got... Yeah, there's the other two little wing bits. Just check there's nothing tiny in the corner there. No, so they're really good for helmets. And they're quite hard to get and quite dear, actually. So that's very well appreciated, Wolf. Yeah, blue ones as well I haven't got. Oh, there's another pair of red ones, actually. So that's very nice. Let's see if we can slice into this. Oh, I think these are the Boy Scouts. Carefully open that. Yep, there they are. So they're wearing baseball caps. I was wondering what to do with the headwear. I think Boy Scouts usually just have hair, but that's fine. I've got loads of hair sort of left over, and these ones got very sensible tan-coloured trousers as well. I'm hoping to use all the different lengths of leg, the midi legs and the short legs, so we've got different age groups represented. So yeah, they'll be going around helping people, helping grannies across the road, and helping solve crimes. I think that's the main thing. I want to have them as the de facto police force, given all the shortcomings of everything else. We've got some collectible cards. I might pass those. I'm not into collectible cards too much, but I might pass those on to a certain young fella who might be. So I'll save them and give him the surprise of opening those. And then we've got some good parts for Under the Sea. Oh, wow. So these are the old feather pieces, just like in Robin's hat. But they're actually still attached to the sprue that they came on. So you had the one single one, the big fat one, and the sort of three-way one. That would be in the three gaps. And we've just got some single ones. So 4 red single ones and 1 white single one. So we've got those. Couple of, what's that, dark pink on magenta, I think. Bits for Under the Sea, presumably. I have no idea what that is. I don't think that's even Lego, is it? Oh, it's a sprue. That must have held something. I don't know what that is. Tell me what that is. It looks like it used to have 2 magic wands on it or something like that. So I don't know why you'd have sent me just that bit. Oh, there's another feather. There's another single one of those. And there's some interesting bits for Under the Sea. I'll be able to use those. And some more interesting bits for Under the Sea. Yes, so thanks very much, Wolf. That is really good, apart from this. I don't understand that bit at all. But anyway, that guy is just massive. I'm kind of looking forward to it, kind of dreading using that as well. But maybe it could be attacking an aircraft. That would be a bit more of a fair battle, wouldn't it? Yeah. Ouch. Brilliant. So, loads there. I'm looking forward to putting those on loads of helmets. I've definitely got helmets that will take these on the side, so that's really good. I'm going to go into this one next because it's going to be quite easy to open. I might need to pause to do the massive one filled with sellotape. This one doesn't have a name on, but I bet it's got a letter in there, and it does. Just check we've got everything in there. Wow, we're doing well already, but there's loads of stuff in this one. So let's get the letter open. Wow, it's a long one. To Robin Hood Bricks, I thought I'd write to you, having been a fan of your channel since about 2019-20. I've been really enjoying every video you upload to your channel. Oh, that's really nice. And always can't wait for more. My favourite part of your Lego City is, well, I don't really have a favourite part, but if I had to choose, it would be the naughty penguins stealing the fish. Yes, we've got them inside that refrigerated wagon and on the sardine factory, of course. Yeah, I like them as well. And there'll be more penguins to come, actually, in future videos, especially in the Antarctic. Anyway, I used to play with Lego many years ago, but stopped playing with it, so I decided to sell some of it. I did find it hard to do, and I find it difficult to let go of things. To part fund a school trip to Iceland. Yeah, you'll probably regret selling it later in life. But anyway, you know, I always sell things to free up funds as well. I still have some of it, only a small amount, which may be the first Lego set I ever received. When I was building with Lego, I remember making a train station for some track that I had, but I never had any trains. Oh, that's a shame. I also remember buying my first ever road plates at Legoland, but I'm unsure. It would take me forever to list all the Lego sets I owned, but I can tell you that I owned a police station and fire station, and in the last years I owned some Arctic, as well as incomplete Arctic from 2000. Yeah, they keep cycling. I think my Arctic's sort of the about 2005 sort of mark, mainly. I was going to send you some pictures of what I built with my Lego years ago, but I find it sad when looking at old photos, so in the end I decided not to, as it would upset me having to choose them. I can tell you that the first one I was going to do was a picture of the rebuild of police station set 7744. In this package I decided to include the VIP set 40515, there we go, which is all sorts of pirate pieces by the looks of things, treasure chests, maps, pirate flag, shark, I think we've got enough sharks, but skeleton pieces, gold bars, well that's going to be quite appropriate for our under the sea cabinet, isn't it? Yep, that's really good, which I got for free when my dad and his brother got the Lego Atari 2600 Lego set last Christmas. I never quite got those computer consoles. I mean, get the console by all means, but in Lego, didn't really quite get that, but anyway, each to their own. I also included a Lego set for the undersea cabinet, which is this one, presumably. There we go, 60091. I think that's the starter set from, golly, a few years back. Where did I get to? And some Builder minifigure figures. Oh, I'm looking forward to those. With the Builder minifigure figures, I built them as Lego intended, apart from the wizard, which has the incorrect trousers, but I think he looks cool anyway, which I only noticed whilst on the bus on my way home from the Lego store. Anyway, best wishes, Oliver H. Well, thanks very much, Oliver, for your lovely contribution. So, we've got the bag of things, including a black barrel, I just noticed. Oh, a couple of black barrels. I've not had those before, so that's good. This undersea starter set, which must be in here for all the figures. Oh, no, it's a bit mixed in with the BAM. I can see the BAM stuff, and there looks like the little remote sub. So I'll get that built. There's some extra bits, some flippers, coins, and all sorts of stuff, so that's good. Oh, and there's the rest of them, the plant and so on for the side build. So this is the one we really need to open for the figures. So we've got, these are definitely coming useful, because I think this is the era that most of my diving stuff's from, so it will work perfectly. We've got the deep sea diver, which I can have on one of the very lowest levels of the cabinet. We've got the slightly higher up ones, which have got the kind of single tanks, so I can have those all buzzing around the base, and we seem to have two of those. Yep, just like in a set. There we go. Yeah, and two breathing things. A shark, and then we've got the Builder minifigures. So, oh my word, yes, I've seen this, and I thought, wow. So it's got a lovely body, just like in the, Lion Knight's castle. Very nice, a very nice back print, and I think it is different as well, so that's quite interesting. And then they've used the kind of video unicorn headpiece and given it sort of face armour, a gold horn, and, well, the same weird hair, I suppose. I mean, wow, yeah. yeah, I could use that in my castle scene. I'm not sure I want to. That is not my favourite piece. But yeah, ideas for that, people. Yeah, and don't be too rude about it. But yeah, that's not my favourite head. But the body is great and will definitely get used. In fact, it'll go well with Wolf's little wing bits on the side of a helmet for it, won't it? In that red and blue. So, very good. Then we've got the wizard. As you said, I think Lego suggested that he was supposed to have a sort of flowing robe at the bottom, but you've just gone for some standard legs, but that's cool. And a nice sort of tunic with a amulet sort of round his neck and all the stars front and back. They do so well at printing all the back prints as well now on all the Builder minifigure pieces. So yeah, that's really good. So I should be able to make a good wizard for my castle scene there. And I guess he came with a potion in a conical flask. This one must have come with a shield, presumably. Another lion there. And, a black gladius type sword. That's interesting. I don't think I've had that in black before. I'll have to go to somebody evil, I think. And then the last person who's got a pirate hat is a skeleton head. And they've got kind of a zombie pirate type torso with stripes on. And a kind of, well, what would you call that? I was going to call it a lanyard, but that's not the right word, is it? I'm trying to struggle for the word. But anyway, there we go. And red dual molded legs with black boots on. So yeah, that's quite good for a pirate. And he's got a foil sword. So that's very nice indeed. What a good assortment there. Should be able to use that in the cabinet, that in the castle scene, and yeah, that in the castle scene as well. So fantastic. Thanks very much for all of that, Oliver. Let's get these near the front as well. And then the biggest box. Let's see if I can hack into this thing. Which might not be too hard since I've got my trusty knife. And this one is also from America. This is from Alex, it says on the outside, in Willis, Virginia, which I did a quick Google map, and it seems to be in, well, the country, basically. Oh, golly, there's loads in here. Right, I'm just going to tip this just off to one side slightly. Make sure I get it all so I can get rid of the box and the bubble wrap. Oh, wow. There's some really interesting stuff here I can see already that I've never had before. So that is from the last one. So let's do the letter first. Hello, Robin. I've enjoyed watching your channel over the last several weeks. You inspired me to dig through my old Lego bins for the first time in a few years. Ooh, very jealous. I wanted to build you a microscale version of the Forest Hideout, but I don't think I have the talent for it anymore. I did find a few pieces I thought you might be able to find a use for, though. I've also thrown in a few figs that might inspire one of your fantastic little scenes. Sorry if it's all a little used. No problem now. I'll give it a wash and, sort through it. No problem at all. Keep up the great fun, Alex. Well, thank you very much, Alex. So let's go through what you sent through. First of all, these base plates, quite small ones. Oh, yeah, that's a bit mucky. I see what you mean. Of an island, but that'll clean up well. I was considering getting one of these when I was originally doing all of the Coast Guard station and the bridges across the opening of Brick Bay, just to make it more interesting. They're quite hard to get hold of. So yeah, I might incorporate one of those now. I might see if I can wedge it in. The only other thing is I'll need another sort of 8x16 in blue. But yeah, we'll try and clean that up and see what we can do with that. Then there's a driveway piece in green. That's going to be less useful. But do you know what? I do use these sometimes for structural work and also just for building and trying something new on. So I don't think it'll go to waste, that's for sure. But wow, yeah, it does need a clean. Oh, wow. Now I've got one of these before, I think, but another one will be good. This is half a planet in this lovely, well, I suppose you call it sand green, but I think it's probably marble sand green. And I've had one of these before, as I said, for a dome on a sort of fantastically historic building. So you sort of put a turret on the top there or something like that. So now I've got two. I could use both of them. I was going to do a courthouse to use mine, but I don't know, it's going to be a modular courthouse. It was going quite well, and then I kind of lost all sort of progress with it, and that's just a saved file that I haven't opened for a long time. Maybe I need to revisit that, but yeah, that could get incorporated in there. Next little baggie. we have got all sorts. Oh, wow. We've got an old soldier, sort of goodies on the pirates line. So I could put him in my El Dorado fortress, no problem. His hat seems to be on fire, which is quite a fun touch, actually. If you hold your torch a bit too near your hat, it will set alight. So yeah, I might even keep that feature. That's tickled me. One of the old style movie cameras, which are good fun. A pumpkin style bucket for collecting sweets, I suppose, on Halloween. A sword. Well, that's for him, right? Yeah. And a demolition fella here, for a construction worker, but with some dynamites. That's very interesting. Yeah. Should be able to use that. More figures over here. Oh, lovely. Right. Ooh, he's fun. He's almost like a gentleman thief. He's got a gold crowbar and a very nice jacket. I don't know where that comes from. It's probably a Harry Potter one or something. I don't know. Very ornate. Or it might be actually like something like from, what's it called? With Tonto. The Lone Ranger. Something like that. It's very smart indeed. I like him with his cap though. He does look like an old school burglar. Very much. So yeah, he's really good fun. I might keep him all together with those pieces in that combination. Oh, another sword. That was either from earlier or from just now. I think that's probably part of the Build a Minifigure bunch. There we go. That's probably his. And then, hey, another Black Falcon with a black cloak. Oh, I'll be able to use these in the castle scene. No problem. And he's eating a slice of pizza. Not very historically correct, so that'll have to change. But he's got a beard. He very much suits that. So yeah, I really like him. Thanks so much for that. I'll be able to use that. It looks like an original one, does it? I suppose it must be if you've gone through your old collection. Moving on. A bag of assorted, what looks like sort of printed and stickered parts. I'll tip them all like that. I'll tell you what, I will move these bags back here just because I'm going to need the space. We've got a recycling sign. Oh yeah, there's loads of ones. Oh, a nice computer screen with sort of a dotted outline of a robot on there or something. Maybe it's an X-rayed person. A big Lego emblem. Lots of screens, Lego sets, drains, detectors, police. Ooh, what's that? Like a sort of police board. Health. More recycling. An apple tree. I've had one of these before. It's very sort of crude. I almost wanted to use it kind of ironically, but I haven't used it yet. But now I'll have two if and when I do. There's some nice sort of pipes on a flag piece. That's going to be quite hard to use. Tread plates. Yeah. Can't have too many tread plates. More drains. Maps. Arrows. Ooh, what's that? Looks like a Jurassic Park one. Oh, is it for one of those wheelie things? What are they called? Gyroscope type chair things. I forget what they're called now. Controls for a plane. More space police. Ooh, another nice roof. That's good. Gonna have to move that sticker though. Yeah, that's a bit too off-center for my liking. And I'll move that obviously using my patented hot tea technique. Yes. Very good. Nice curve, but I was going to say there's no sticker on that, but there is. It's on the inside. That looks like a sort of Star Wars lift shaft or something like that, doesn't it? Yeah, I could move that and use that somewhere more useful. Oh, now these. Golly, you know what? I think I was planning a build with a pair of these. They're just kind of like the little things you fold down so you can drive something off the trailer of the back of a truck and then flip them back up afterwards. And I can't remember what my design was of actually, but it definitely had two of these on. And now these ones are great because they've actually got printed hazard stripes on. Yeah, don't know what set they're from, but they're very cool. I like those. Oh no, that's not a computer. It's a vent in what looks like old grey. Another sort of spotty green one. Not so sure about that. That's a very nice sort of slope with some buttons on it. Should be able to use that, no problem. Fire brigade, piano keyboard, shop, number 2, some mining stuff. I've used all those around my station. They're quite good. Explosion, parking sign, some grills, mirror, a 1, another vent, clock, controls. Ooh, these are slightly off screen. There we go. And telephone 1. I've been using that advertising all over the place. And some more vents. Yeah, so loads of printed bricks there. You know I love that stuff. And that can become part of my new series that I was talking about, that you started giving me the names for, you know, actually using some of these parts or more of them around the city. I never get them all used. That's kind of a sports base. I was given a few of those already. Some really big cartwheels. Oh, another lovely yellow tube. Love these. Thanks. Keep them coming. Wow, they're really big cartwheels, actually. I don't think I've ever had any that big. Must be for a great big carriage, that. More ladders for fire brigade. That's an interesting piece. I've never had one of these before. It's weird how it's got that sort of slide on the underside. Yeah, so I'm sure I can use that. Don't know quite what for, but Brick Street Custom. Well, that would be a good part of a sign or maybe an advert, especially if I do a custom sort of garage. Don't think I've got anything like that in my city at the moment. Sort of more mining pieces. That might come in useful quite soon when we do our mine. A nice sort of hatch with doors. They're always good, kind of like a coal chute or something like that. A hose in grey, that'll be useful. Another ship wheel for under the sea. And another winch, that's one of the old school ones. Sort of got a nice clicking motion. Yeah, I remember these from my youth. Yeah, it's got quite a satisfying motion. Just going to tip the rest of this out over here. Ooh, yeah, we've got another one of those. Loads of black balls that are running around. I don't know what they're for. Well, I do. I mean, it was a projectile launcher back in the day, but I don't know how I'm going to use those because I'm not really attached them to anything, but maybe they'll get used somewhere. Another reel, tree, some more of those balloon tires. I plan to use those. They used to be on all sorts of sort of space crawlers and stuff like that. And yeah, I used to really like them. They've actually they're quite useful because they'll go on a wheel, but they'll also go on an axle, Technic axle. You can see the cross there. So they're quite versatile as well. So, yeah, they're kind of, I mean, they do shout space to me. Maybe that's just a nostalgia. But anyway, some of these things that hold rubber bands, I don't know why they're useful, but maybe they were just curious. Part of a motorbike, some dark green chairs. Oh, they're the sports sort of person holder. So you put the person on it and you can kind of flick them. Another one of those. A nice green base for a Toy Story soldier, I think that's from. Another one of the black balls. An interesting yellow rear windscreen piece. That's probably for some sort of airport, buggy type thing. Some red, chimneys for the back of a truck, or that's what they're often used, these pieces, or you can put a bar piece in them. They're kind of like a damper, sort of like suspension. So that's interesting. Should be able to use those. Good texture. Yeah, I've got a few of those propellers, the really old ones. Another reel. Oh, that'll be useful. I need some of those. Steering wheel, rocket end pieces. That might be really useful in white for the SSP. A little sort of racer type body. These would go in cars, and it's just the top half of a minifigure, you'll see. Or maybe not because it's in black. But you can see his arms there, holding onto a steering wheel at the front, and that's his neck. So you could just have a person sort of sitting in a car like that, just sticking out at the top. You get the idea. But yeah, so that might be quite hard to use. But anyway, there we go. Ooh, that's not going to stand up now, is it? There we go. And some gold bits and bobs. So very nice indeed. So really nice, good bag there. And then, oh no, I was going to say the final bag, but there's more. Oh wow, this looks like a good bag. Partially because we've got a penguin. We've also got, oh god, I can't get into it. There we go. We've got a snake wrangler by the looks of things. He's got a cowboy hat on and a snake. He looks like he's about to break it across his knee, which would be a bit harsh, wouldn't it? But there we go. Very nice. I like the old school hat. Very cool. That's almost Homer Simpson's shirt, is it? I don't know. Oh, brilliant. I've just caused an avalanche of people. A penguin. Yay, you can never have too many penguins. Thanks very much for that. Keep out sign. I could put that on the scene with the penguin, so that just needs moving. Again, using my, patented hot tea technique. We've got some feathers. I think these used to go on the Native American characters, but they could go on anything really. Could even be under the sea or something else that isn't feathers. But we've got two of those. That's the more new type that's on the pin. That's that. More minifigures. Got somebody with a dumbbell. He needs to go in the gym with a nice old pirate's torso. That's really nice, actually. It's a bit faded, but kind of in a pleasing way. I really like that. That's nice. Belt buckle and the like. Yep. Get him stood up. Then we've got a criminal lady with a beard. Yeah, I might be swapping that around, bits and bobs. But it's nice to have a female torso for the convicts. And then I've got purple trousers and a quite nice hairpiece. Yeah, cool. Not sure about the beard on her. Maybe I should have a bearded lady at the fairground, or is that frowned upon nowadays? I don't know. It used to be sort of something that happened. I don't think it happens anymore. Then we've got, oh, lovely window piece and stuff. So we've got garage door pieces. I pretty much used all of those. I'm not sure if I've got a garage door planned at the moment, but if I do, I've got loads of pieces for a nice Translight blue one. Some purple windows from the night bus, no doubt. 2 with glass. So I could use those on some small build. Yeah, I have to get thinking about that. They're really good quality windows and pieces of glass, this older style. Quite hard to get hold of now because there's such demand for making long carriages with. So yeah, I'll have to see. Purple's a harder colour to use, mind. But all these pieces get your thoughts going. Get your thinking hat on. A nice window. That's from the old DBC building, isn't it? For the Daily Bugle, the old sort of set. They're really nice stickered windows. I think with a bit of polish, I can probably get the finer scratches off that as well on the non-stickered side. Some windows in dark blue. A light brick, which seems to still have its little tab in, which means it's never been pressed. That's interesting. Well, I'm going to remove the tab immediately. So there we go. Get ready to be blinded. Boop! Yeah. Oh, that's really quite bright, isn't it? They really work quite well. I mean, look at that on my finger. It's going right through. So, yeah, I think I might make a play feature under the sea for that or something. Build it into a rock, and then you can just press that and light something up. Oh, it's a nice red colour already, so it doesn't even need to go through a red filter. Very much like that. You could take your killer whale to the dentist, couldn't you, and say ah, ah. That's really good fun, isn't it? Yeah, I'm playing with it already. And then we've got 2 of these windows, which I thought were pairs, but they aren't. They're actually fused together to make these, which I would think would be space station windows in this format. That's what I think of it as. I had these back in the day in blue, though they were the single ones. We had that one and that one just sort of joined together. In fact, it's that one sort of reversed, joined together, and they'd make big space stations of an interesting shape. But yeah, I mean, these could go in an undersea base as well. I'll have to find the right bits of glass for that because it isn't the regular size and they sort of pivot on this midpoint. So I'd have to get the glass for that because otherwise the water will get in and that'll be no good at all. But yeah, I really like that. Wow, and that is the end of that package from Alex. So what a wonderful array of pieces, I must say. So first of all, let me get all my thank yous in while I can remember everyone's names. So thank you, Alex. Thank you, Oliver. Thank you, Wolf. Thank you, Jay. And thanks to the gang of Morris, Harry, Toby, Teddy, and Georgie. Did I say Harry? I'll say it again. But that is absolutely fantastic, isn't it? We've got, I mean, wow, the highlights has got to be the Killer Whale, the brand new one. I just love that. That's going straight into the undersea cabinet. Also, this huge, I was going to say medieval, but it's a bit earlier than that, isn't it? Prehistoric, that's the word I was looking for. Bird type creature, dinosaur. Is it a lizard under there? I suppose it must be. They're all birds. Oh, phew. I thought that was the SSP for me. All birds kind of originate from lizards and dinosaurs. They've got a lot of DNA in common. You know, if you churn on certain genes in a chicken, it'll grow teeth and scales. Yeah, look it up on the internet. It's weird as anything. Anyway, I digress. We've got the lovely Builder minifigure figures and 2 more Boy Scouts for my troops, so we can have some real fun with those in the city. Lots of lovely stickered and printed bricks for use in builds. I like this Brick Street Customs one. A dome to maybe resurrect an old courthouse build. Very interesting base plate with the island there. See if I can incorporate that into the bay area. Oh, we've got a nice build that can go under with a nice... that'll probably go on the very bottom level, given it's remote controlled. unmanned vehicle, and a bag of new pirate accessories for Under the Sea as well. So yeah, what an assortment, a really good batch, and quite a bit for the castle scene as well. So yeah, 2 thumbs up for that. Whoop whoop. Yeah, that is a really good haul actually, and an honourable shout out to the soldier whose hat's on fire. Very much like him, and the gentleman thief, he's definitely going in the city as well. Very much like all of that. Anyway, as always, thank you very much for watching. It is appreciated. Do remember to like, comment and subscribe for more awesome LEGO videos. And if you value this channel, there are many ways in which you can support it. Do check out the links in the description below. Do also remember that if you want to send something to the channel, you can by sending it to my usual PO box address, and we'll open that on a future brick haul. Oh yeah, I forgot about the extra new tiles. Yeah, honourable shout out to those, and the alien one as well. Yeah, we'll have much more pieces in the city as a result. So on Friday, I'm going to do a build video. And I think what I'm going to do is actually make that display I was talking about earlier on, just so I can have Robin, these brand new tiles, and all of the gang displayed in their best possible way rather than bouncing around every time I move something on my desk. So yeah, I think that'll be really good fun. So until then, see you! Say ah. Ah.